Okay, so we're going to be driving for about 45 minutes, more or less. You're obviously aware how the exam works. We'll be doing a manoeuvre at some point, some reversing. We'll be doing 20 minutes of independent driving. And possibly an emergency stop. If that's clear and you're ready to drive on, just 1 second. All the good marks will be up here in green. All the driver faults will be up here in amber. And all of the serious or dangerous faults will be up here in red. Okay, you ready, Stephanie?
Yep.
Drive on.
Oh.
When taking a driving test or doing a mock test with your driving instructor, you will receive a driving test report at the end of your exam, which will go over in more detailed explanation of any driver fault which has been committed during the test. We will have a briefing at the end of this video which will explain in more detail Stephanie's first driver fault here for awareness and planning, as there are vehicles following Stephanie and the flow of traffic has been prohibited. What would you do in this situation?
Did you see the gentleman wave his hand out the window?
Yeah, but there is a car. I don't know what the red one is, the orange one was doing.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure if he was waiting for the orange car. Because if I push any further, then there is no room for anybody.
Stephanie now demonstrates a very good skill of multitasking. There's an oncoming vehicle and behind it there's an emerging car from the side road. Stephanie's seen this, applied the brakes early and kept a safe distance from the emerging traffic. She's now noticed that the oncoming vehicle, the Ford Fiesta, has stopped, giving her some space to proceed. She's creating a safe gap from the vehicle on the left that's reverse parking and now facing the position that she needs to pass through head on. This way she can size up the gap on the left hand side and the right hand side of her vehicle. Notice the steering, very slow, smooth and controlled. As soon as Stephanie passes this white parked car, she's moving in and straightening the vehicle before she reaches the gap between the oncoming traffic and the pavement. This is the best position to be in when you have a pinch in the road.
Well, I was going to ask you about that situation, but I thought if you were the examiner, that was an appropriate question. So.
Here Stephanie is driving at the correct position from the pavement, which is roughly 1 metre or door width. She's realised that the oncoming traffic is a little bit wider and she has space to move over. I hope this camera angle helps you to see the difference and the distance that there is between the left hand side of our car and the curb, as this is a common theme on most driving test centres, especially on narrow roads, for the car to get too close to the curb.
Okay, Stephanie, I'd like you to find a convenient place to pull up on the left, please.
Yep.
When on your driving test and your examiner asks you to pull over and stop on the left, you must finish a reasonable distance from the curb. This is roughly the same size as a drain, which you can see on the camera here. As you can see, Stephanie is within a reasonable distance from the curb when she finishes pulling over and stopping on the left.
Excellent, thank you. What we're going to do now is we're going to start your independent driving. So what I'm going to ask you to do is continue to follow the road to the end and turn right.
Yep.
Then there will be signs for Pinner Harrow.
Yep.
And I'd like you to do your best to continue to follow the signs to Pinner Harrow, please.
Yep.
So just to repeat, at the end of the road, turn right.
Yep.
And then follow the signs to Pinner Harrow.
Yep.
Okay? When you're ready, drive on.
It's a pleasure to have Stephanie back in the driver's seat, and I know that she knows what's coming up around the bend. Around this next left bend is what I call the tunnel, because there's a row of parked cars on both sides of the road. It's a very long road, and if someone's entering from the top side of the road through the row of parked cars on both sides, as you'll see now, it's best to stop here. Stephanie sees this, but pushes forwards into this tighter area on the left, which creates a more narrow part in the road for the oncoming traffic to pass through. Had she had stopped earlier, this would have created a much larger area and a safer flow of traffic. Stephanie receives a minor driver fault for awareness and planning. At the end of the road, we have been told to turn right. This is called emerging, turning right, and it's a very busy time of the day with plenty of pedestrians and other road users. I've arranged the cameras to try and help everybody at home to make their own assessments to whether they believe it's a safe time to emerge out onto the main road, turning right. Have a look now and make your own decision on when you believe there is a safe opportunity to emerge out. The best question to ask yourself is, would I walk out? So have a look at the traffic, decide when's a safe time to walk out, as this could be an opportunity to drive out. When on a driving test and we reach a junction like this, which is commonly very close to the test centre, we're very nervous because we've just started our driving test and now we have to deal with a situation like this. Anxiety levels can be going through the roof. But stay calm and ask yourself, would I walk out? Stephanie's been waiting for a while and I believe her anxiety levels are getting quite high. And at the moment where she chooses a safe time to emerge out, to turn right, it's quite erratic and rushed and she almost clips the curb on the right hand side of the car.
So if you weren't doing a mock test, Stephanie, what would you normally be doing today?
Nothing in the gym.
Not making any macaroons?
Yeah, maybe.
Stephanie makes really good macaroons, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of traffic. I'm just going to fill in the time with your tell me question.
Yep.
So would you be able to tell me where you would find the correct tyre pressure for the vehicle, please?
In the course manual, and use a reliable gauge to check the pressure and adjust when the toys are cold.
Very good, thank you very much. Perfect answer. Okay, so you remember that we'll be following the signs towards Pinnaharrow.
Yep.
The next sign will be coming up shortly on the left.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
When moving in slow traffic, try to look around the vehicle in front as this will help you to plan ahead effectively. Scan the sides, as you may have side roads and emerging traffic, like the van we can see on the right. Is it safe to let them emerge out, as we were in this situation earlier? Looking ahead, we have another side road on the left. It's important when we reach this road to not stop in front of the side road, blocking any traffic from turning into the side road, as this may be a serious driver fault.
Fourth exit right.
Correct. Thank you.
Seems like a busy day today.
Yep, and that time of the day, school run.
Fourth exit right. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Sorry.
Stephanie receives a driver fault here for effective use of mirrors before changing direction. We have no mirror checks internal or external before moving out to the right around the parked vehicle. We must look out for overtaking traffic before changing direction. You can see here that Stephanie makes good use of her mirrors, but on this one occasion she's been marked a driver fault for mirror checks before change of direction.
See your sign here, Stephanie?
Yep.
The angle at the next roundabout is very sharp on the right, which can make the observations tricky. Here we must make sure that we make effective observations on the right before proceeding at this roundabout.
Thank you. Just stay in this lane on the left for me. Don't follow the signs anymore.
Okay.
I'll give you directions. I
Alright.
just want you to continue to follow the road ahead, please.
Sure.
Thank you. so Stephanie, that's the end of your independent drive. I will just give you directions from now on. I'd like you to take the next road on the right.
Stephanie's never been to this junction before, and she does an excellent job of self-commentary, talking herself through the stages for turning right. She reads the road clearly here, sees the right only arrow in this box junction, which is the correct position to stop and allow the main road traffic to flow freely around us. We can also see into the road from this angle, and Stephanie's doing a good job of forward planning, reading the road, seeing the speed change and noting the signs on the left, giving priority to oncoming traffic. If we need to stop, this will be the position, just where the giveaway lines are with the giveaway triangle. In a right-hand bend, the position is crucial, not only to increase visibility, but to keep the vehicle in a safe position. Here Stephanie steers over the centre line into potential oncoming traffic. This is not only a dangerous position, but like we mentioned earlier, will reduce the visibility of the road ahead. On this occasion, this driver fault has been recorded as control steering.
Okay, Stephanie, when it's safe, I'd like you to show me how you would beep the horn.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
This road is prime for meeting situations. Look for passing points where an oncoming vehicle can pass around your vehicle safely. Make sure you always pull over and stop on the left-hand side and scan the road effectively for any fast-moving oncoming traffic, as you'll more than likely have to move over and stop in your passing point to allow the traffic to pass safely.
At the end of the road, I'd like you to turn left.
Sure.
At the roundabout, turn right.
Yep.
I'd like you to take the next road on the right.
Yep, sure.
Stephanie, take the next left into the car park, please.
Sure.
Okay, Stephanie, I'd like you to go towards the back of the car park.
Yep.
And drive forwards into any bay you choose. So any bay, drive forwards into the bay, please.
Yep.
Okay, Stephanie?
I'm not too sure am I in the bay or not. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. When you're ready, I'd like you to reverse out to the right, please.
Reverse to the right.
Yes, please. So the back of the car goes
That way.
towards that direction. Yes. Thank you.
I'm just going to wait for a bit because there is a woman, just in case.
Good decision. Well done. Okay, thank you. Just follow the road ahead. I'll give you directions. We're just going to exit the car park, but I'll direct you out.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, so you're just going to go around to the right and right again. And then right again. Thank you. And then just follow the road ahead. It will take us to the exit.
Sure.
Okay, so just very slowly go round this parked car here on the right. You'll see the giveaway lines.
Yep.
And turn left to exit the car park, please.
Yep.
I'd like you to turn left again.
Yep.
Thank you. At the roundabout, turn right.
Yep.
Take the next road on the left, please.
Yep.
This next turn was a little wide of the pavement, running towards the centre of the new road, and Stephanie receives a driver fault for turning left.
And pull over and stop on the left in a convenient place.
Yep.
As we're positioning here for a normal stop, Stephanie's rear tyre is just a little bit further than a reasonable distance from the curb, and on this occasion Stephanie gets marked down for a driver fault for position normal stops.
Yep.
Okay, drive on when you're ready, please. end of the road, turn right, please.
Yep.
After Stephanie stops at the stop sign, we must peep and creep. This is edging out into the road to increase the visibility until we know it's safe to emerge. Stephanie uses very slight controls on her brakes, yet at the end she steps on the brake too hard, resulting in a harsh braking, and receives a driver fault for control foot brake.
I'd like to take the next road on the left, please. Take the next road on the left, please.
Yep.
Just after the white car, I'd like you to pull up and stop on the left. On this occasion, don't worry about driveways.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Right, so I just asked you to pull up here because we're going to do an emergency stop,
Yep.
which is now called controlled stop.
Mhm.
My signal to you would be my hand up and the word stop.
Yep.
When you hear stop, I'd like you to do your controlled stop. Any questions?
No.
Okay, I will not ask you to do this if it's not safe. So if it's not safe, I will tell you it's not safe. I'm not going to ask you to do it. Just drive as normal. Okay? But until you hear me say that, wait for me to put my hand up and say stop. Okay? So if I say stop, you do your controlled stop. Okay?
Yep.
Drive on when you're ready.
There are cars behind, so I'm just gonna wait.
Yep, thank you very much. Stop. Drive on when you're ready. Thank you very much. I will not ask you to do that again. Just drive as normal, please. At the end of the road, turn right. Take the next road on the left, please. I'd like you to pull over and stop on the left, just before the silver car if we get a space. Let's see. Okay, never mind.
Behind the black.
Yeah, behind the black car would be nice. Thank you. Okay, this is perfect. So we've kept about a car length. That's perfect. I need you to drive away one last time. So with this distance, I'm going to ask you to drive on when you're ready, please. Okay, lovely. What we're doing is looking for a place to pull up on the left. Let's see if we can spot any spaces. Maybe just behind the red car should be fine, actually. If you just can pull up on the yellow line, just behind the red car. And just keep tucking yourself closer. We're going to finish the test here, so just edge us up towards the red car. Just keep us going. Bring us in a little bit. And that should be fine. Thank you very much, Stephanie. And just switch the engine off. Okay, that's the end of your mock test.
Yep.
How do you feel it went?
Bad.
Bad, okay. Why?
I don't know.
You can't
No
just
reason.
say
No
bad
reason.
and then not have any reason.
I mean, it's embarrassing to say, oh, I've done really well to find out when I haven't done any, yeah.
Okay, well, it might be the opposite. You never know. So why would you say bad? Because there's obviously
I
a
know,
reason.
I think I have done a few mistakes, but I don't really, well, I mean, I didn't panic when I saw you writing. I know you put some notes down, so that's what I thought. I must have done something wrong, but I haven't picked it up myself, what I've done wrong.
So there's no areas that you think you might have failed for, or any...
I mean, I don't think I passed, but I can't recall. I've got a bad memory today.
Okay, all right. Would you like me to go over the results?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, so on this occasion, Stephanie, I'd like to say congratulations, you passed.
Really?
Yes. Now, Total marks, driver faults, you have a few, okay?
Yeah,
So
so
in
minus.
total, 1, correct. We're just going to call them driver
Yeah.
faults, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
Yeah.
Right, now, I will do these in order. That's
Yeah.
why you saw me writing, because I'm
Mhm.
writing them down in order.
Yeah.
Okay, now there is a common theme. Remember at the very beginning of your test,
Yeah.
there was a man with a trailer. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a lorry, flatbed
Yeah.
at the back. He stopped
Yeah.
for a while,
Yeah.
flashed his lights.
Yeah.
Then he stuck his hand out the window
Yeah.
and started waving you,
Yeah.
which is called beckoning. You didn't want to go. Okay. He was there for a while. I think there was probably room so that you could have continued. But
Yeah, I want to argue a bit that bit because I was thinking to make the decision to go, but then I saw that red car at the top was about to move off or stopping whatever. I didn't know what, I wasn't sure about the orange car what that was doing, and therefore that's why I thought I made the decision that wasn't a very safe time, and I wasn't sure if he was backing to me or to that the orange car.
okay.
That's why.
So I understood that you had
Yeah.
some doubt. So I'm not going to say it's safe or it's not safe to go. So there's some doubt. But just maybe what it could go down is like kind of undue hesitation.
Yeah.
This is just sharing my experience,
Uh-huh.
but I've been driving for a while, and I find lorry drivers or somebody that's driving a large vehicle like that to be very accurate. Like they know the widths and the sizes, and they're very skillful at driving vehicles like that, especially, which I could never do. So I kind of trust them a little bit. So where he's stopped, he's been patient, he's flashing his lights, he's now waving you.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that he's not going to be able to fit.
Oh, okay.
Because if he could, he wouldn't stop.
Okay.
So then I got worried that if you don't go and he tries to now come after losing his patience, he's not going to fit.
Yeah.
However, I was wrong. He moved, he fit, he continued, it all went.
Yeah.
But we're kind of affecting the flow of traffic to the point where I'm going to mark it as a driver fault. Yeah. Because we could keep going. Yeah. And probably increase the flow of traffic. Yeah. So a little bit of undue hesitation. So that was a driver fault for your awareness and planning. I put that down. Okay. All right. Number 2 is a very similar situation. We came up here.
Oh, the meeting situation.
And you know the road, don't you? You knew what was coming round the corner. Yeah. How did you approach that situation then if you knew what was round the corner?
I could have stopped earlier, right? Because I kind of slammed the brakes slightly.
Maybe a better question for me, for you would be, what's round the corner?
Yeah.
What's round the corner? So what's round that corner up there, Stephanie? That's where it happened. What do I call it?
Oh, the tunnel.
The tunnel, yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened is you saw a car coming down the tunnel. Yeah?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
I stopped.
No. You kept going into the tunnel.
Oh, I remember now. Oh, that bit. Yeah, I know I made a mistake. I was like, I was speaking to myself, or like, sugar, I've made the wrong decision. But lucky that was a ho.
Yes.
So I was kind of, I knew I made the wrong decision, so I kind of tried to fix it, to go a bit more to that. Yeah. Because I made the same mistake as I've done one other mock test with you, I created the bottleneck. And yeah.
So it could have created the bottleneck, but luckily you got there and there was enough room again. Like with the previous situation, there was just enough room for them to get through. Yeah. But I
did get quite annoyed about myself at that bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so moving on. I put that down as awareness and planning. Mm-hmm. Okay. Moving on. Number 3. Right turn. You got to the top of this road. Yep. And you were getting impatient. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. It was a very busy road. Mm-hmm. Lots of traffic. Personally, I didn't see any opportunities until when you went. Yeah. So when you went was an opportunity to go. So congratulations for going. The way you did it seemed to be a little bit erratic. I'm only saying this because the way you're steering and the way that you were accelerating, it wasn't matching. It was quick and like, let me get out of here, and I was worried you were going to hit the pavement because of the speed and the rapid steering. You got out the way. The traffic didn't seem to be affected that was coming down the road after you'd got out. So it's not a serious or dangerous driver fault, but it's so erratic and kind of in a rush that what if some motorbike came along, or it just doesn't seem to be very controlled, and to the point where it may or not be safe. So I've marked it down as junctions for right steer for turning. Because I was worried you're going to hit the pavement. Most of all, you were quite close to it. Okay, but there's more to it than just the steering. It's making a safer choice. Make sure you got full control of the vehicle. Not just cross my fingers and pray that I can get through there. Okay, so you're kind of getting a little bit lucky. That was borderline kind of serious fault there. Okay, now moving on to the next one. Hopefully everybody's still awake and this is helping them. If it has, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Okay, so moving on to mirror checks for change of direction. You completed the fourth exit turning right on the roundabout. Well done, good roundabout. You're driving down a long road with parked cars on the left. Every now and again we need to move out around the parked cars. We need to check our interior mirror and right mirror to make sure it's safe before we move out for any overtaking traffic. Just one occasion there, I didn't see you check the mirrors effectively. We moved out. Okay? So if anybody's a motorbike rider, please back me up in the comments down below. Okay, moving on to number 5. We have control for steering. So what happened is we had a right bend. Okay, so this bend was... do you know there was a long...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. Just edge forwards for me. All the way forwards. That's why I wanted you to tuck it up and just keep going. You know what, Stephanie? Relax. Relax. Let go. Let go. Okay. All right. So... we were on a road that had many give way markings on it. So there was give way, priority signs. You saw that, doing all of that. As you were going on a right bend on that road, it's very hard to see if there's any oncoming traffic. We were in the middle of the road. Rather than keeping a metre from the curb, we went roughly 2 metres from the curb. This put us more in the middle of the road, in a dangerous position, because we can't see if there's oncoming traffic. So in those type of positions where we can't see, we must make sure we keep our safe position roughly 1 metre from the left. Nobody came round the corner. Driver fault. If someone came round the corner. So, okay. Somebody said I was too nice earlier. Would you agree with them? Okay, all right. Okay, moving on to number 6. Okay, so we're back to junctions. This was a left turn. So this was turning into Highview. It's a road called Highview. You turned onto Highview, and you're going out to the point where you're kind of going over the centre line. So you're getting, when you turn left.
Oh,
usually,
was it the bit that when I was pre-encrypt and then I keep stabbing
no,
on
No, that's
the
right
brake?
at the end. We will come to that. Yeah, you got a minor fault for brake for that because it was very hard brake. But that was before you got there. So it's that road. But you needed to turn left to go onto that road.
Okay.
That's the left turn I'm talking about.
Okay, I cannot recall, but anyway,
So it's the same road that you're thinking of. It's just right at the beginning when you turned onto that road. Okay, a bit wide. Want to try and keep 1 metre from the curb.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. 7. Where's 7? Can you see 7? There's 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 is here for position normal stops.
I'll pull over on the left. I was a bit too far.
You were a bit too far, thank you very much. Okay, moving on to number 8, control, gears. Okay, so at the end of Highview, you just said it, bang, hit the brake very hard, didn't you, at one point? Do you remember?
Yeah, because I was doing pre-encrypt, but I left my feet too higher up from the brake, didn't see that blue car, and so I had to brake again.
Perfect, well said.
Like, I mean, I should have just not pressing it hard, but just slightly because the car was just rolling anyway. So
yeah, so it's the light pressure, isn't it? A little bit off, a little bit on. So it's quite gentle. Yeah? All right. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Thank you.
You obviously get your report there so that you've got your notes. You can read over those.
Yeah.
So hopefully this has helped you for tomorrow, which is your real exam.
Yeah.
Okay, you obviously be with your instructor. Maybe just let us know in the comments down below if it's a success or something like that.
Okay.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
And I've been Scott. This has been Stephanie. Stay safe, stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.